Hi, I'm Allison.
And I'm Jen.
Welcome to our podcast, Retirement Plans Secured.
Happy Mother's Day, first of all.
Oh, happy Mother's Day. Yeah, we celebrated yesterday.
hmm
How was it?
It was fine. My mother's actually here. And we hung out in the yard and tanned a little bit.
It was
And
really nice out.
yeah, it was beautiful out. It was like 80 degrees.
Yeah.
How, did you go out to dinner?
Yeah, we went to dinner, the norm. Went to the gym, went to dinner,
That sounds like a good day.
went with my family. It was perfect.
Good.
I got some bullet points that I'm rolling with right now. Of just some stuff that's been on my mind.
Oh yeah. Okay, you can educate me right now.
Bullet point number one. Did you know that in 2026, there is going to be a Golden Globe for podcasts?
No, I did not know that.
I think that we should be nominated for like top 10.
I think you're delusional, but yeah, like let's go for it.
Listen, we're shooting for the stars. We're shooting.
Always, always. I'm with that. Okay.
All right, so fine. We're past the Golden Globe part.
What's the eligibility criteria?
I'm not sure. I have to figure that out, but I think we're there. We are gonna get there.
Okay,
All
well,
right.
managing your best life. Let's do
All
it.
right. Here's my other one. Are you a robe person?
Robes, like,
Robe, like a fuzzy,
yeah.
soft robe, because I overnight have become a robe person.
So it
And
depends. I like robes, but like,
I have never worn a robe before. Like I have like a maybe like a small cotton one, like a little cotton one that I would wear like when I'm getting like doing my hair and stuff like thin, but this is like a fuzzy robe.
I overheat when I wear them, but I have one that I love that my sister got me, and it's like thin and it has the stars and the moons on it, like a bunch of
Oh, I
stars.
do remember that one. I remember
Yeah,
you having that one.
I wore that
All right.
yesterday, but
Well, I became a robe person. It's been 1 week. It's been 1 week and I'm obsessed.
it's like getting warmer out.
It doesn't matter. It's so
Probably
cold
should
here.
have done this in the winter.
I have all the windows open. I know I should have like, thought about that winter when I like walked around the house with a blanket on me all the time. But
No.
it's so cold in my house. It's cold in Long Island.
Okay.
It's definitely colder right now than it is where you are.
It's chilly tonight, though. I get it. It's
Yeah.
fine. We're in a hoodie.
Well, whatever. I became a road person and I feel like I've just hit a new level in life. Like you can't say nothing to me. I have my robe on.
Okay. You got to put your curlers in your hair.
I should, right? I have to wrap my hair later because
Yeah.
yeah, I
Take it.
did my hair before and my son has his confirmation tomorrow. So I need to make sure my blowout stays good for this. All right. So I have a funny story.
Okay.
I was on the train the other day and I had it like whatever, it was so packed. We were standing. I'm like holding my phone in one hand. But there's like nothing to hold on to as I'm standing there. So I'm just kind of like holding my phone, holding my coffee, like rocking back and forth, hoping that I don't fall or whatever. And like I'm right next to like where people are seating, and my phone like kind of falls out of my hands. But I caught it like midair, and it was like a quarter of an inch away from this guy's crotch.
Oh my God.
And oh, sorry. And then I just looked at him and I'm like, all right, maybe I should just tuck my phone away and stand here and hopefully that I don't fall. Could you imagine?
Yeah, that would be really bad. I have a funny story that happened on the train one time.
Uh-huh.
I was in high school, and back in the day, remember we used to go to Fresh Pond and go get our tips done at
Hmm.
like that spot that does the acrylic. I had them for like 3 weeks and I was done with them. And I started to pick them off with my school Metro card. And as I
Oh,
was,
that I used to do that.
yeah, and it's the easiest way to get nails off. So I'm sitting on the train. I was like heading home from school, picking my nails off with the Metro card, like just literally sticking it under the nail. It popped off and hit a guy in the temple. He looked at me and I was just like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And
In
he's
the
just like,
temple.
right at the temple. Needless to say, I never did that again, but on the train at least.
That would actually really be disgusting. I'm sorry.
It's so gross. Get hit in the face with a fucking acrylic nail.
Do you think he remembers that story? Like he's telling it right now? Like there was one time I was on the train and I got hit in the
I
face
mean,
with a nail.
if somebody ever asked him, what's the weirdest thing that happened to you on the train? You know what? That's a lie because it's New York City, so I'm pretty sure a lot of things have
I'm pretty
happened.
sure something weirder happened to him.
It's whatever.
You know what I do wonder about though?
Well,
Like speaking of saying, like, is he talking about you at this time? Like, whatever. Is he ever did he ever tell this story before? Like,
yeah.
whatever. Whatever happened to like all the girls that you met in a bathroom somewhere? Like, are they okay?
Oh my God.
Do you ever wonder about that like one time you were at a bar and there was like
The
a
best
super
is
drunk girl in the bathroom or
actually,
like,
yeah,
are they okay?
they're fine. Are you okay? I was that girl.
Yeah.
I think we have the best interactions in a bathroom at a bar
No,
or
I
like
know, but
at a
like, do
restaurant.
you ever think that they remember us? Like
Yeah,
ones that I remember, do they remember me?
I would imagine. If you, I guess, I have to think about like who I've met in the bar bathroom that made an impression. It's not that I remember the person per se. I remember the interaction.
Yeah.
And every single girl in a bathroom is super complimentary, or they're not. It's like
Right.
one end of the spectrum or the other,
Right.
where like someone's horrible and such a bitch, or like
Mhm.
the most amazing, sweet women you'll ever meet in your life.
Right. But I wonder if the sweet ones, if they're okay.
I think they're good. Of course they are. We were sweet ones. We're good. It's
We
good
were,
karma.
unless they were bitches, then we weren't the sweet ones.
Oh no. Oh
Because I
no.
have a good eye roll. Like,
I have a good attitude and a good I match I don't just match energy. Take it to the
no.
next level.
I
Ooh.
mean,
Speaking
right,
of
that
speaking of bars and bathrooms, um, we should talk about alcohol.
we should. We should get
And
into alcohol today.
I think so because it's such an interesting topic. And I will be the first to admit that I have a very poor relationship with alcohol. And I don't actually drink that much anymore. And I've gotten to a point where I could have like a glass of wine or two, and that's it.
Mhm.
And I'm such a cheap date. But before I decided not to drink much anymore, I definitely used it as a crutch for a ton of things just to
Right.
like get through the week or to drown sorrows or to look forward to something. And I don't know, alcohol is really just super dangerous for me. That's not the
Right.
case for everyone, but definitely for me.
Right. I'm not a huge drinker myself anymore. I feel like I was at one point and then I stopped for a while. I wasn't like feeling well when I would drink. I would break out in like hives and stuff, and that was like an ongoing issue for years, remember?
Oh, I do remember that.
And then I was fine, but then when I went back, well, I was fine. And then I started to be like, let's hydrate more than I drink. So for like every one drink, I have like 2 glasses of water. Just I'm such a lightweight.
Yeah.
But
I just
now
have habits now. I cannot even have a glass of wine and have a good night's sleep. Like my aura ring tells me that my heart rate is elevated even with one glass of wine. I
Really?
don't sleep well. Yeah,
No, I sleep. I sleep like nobody's business.
really.
There could be like a bomb can go off and I don't hear nothing.
No, no, that's not me. I used to be like that. I am not like that anymore.
But I
But
just get,
have a glass of wine, forget it. I'm up 4 hours later.
oh no, puts me right to sleep.
Really?
Wine puts me to sleep. I feel that faster than I do with vodka.
Oh, I haven't had liquor in years. I stopped drinking liquor many, many years ago because I, again, had a very poor relationship with alcohol. And anytime I was in a situation where I had to be social and it was not around my friends, or I had to like, you know, do something that took me out of my comfort zone, I would drink and get to a point where I literally couldn't even speak sometimes. I would just stand there and go mute.
Yeah. No, that's not good.
No, it's so unhealthy.
Plus it like ages you. And we don't want to age.
It ages you, and I mean, there's so many studies that alcohol is not one drop of alcohol is good for you at this point.
Right, right. Also, I'm like on my road to trying to have a baby.
Hmm.
So
Oh
I
yeah.
try not to drink as much as I can. But, once in a while, if we go to dinner, I'll have a glass of wine,
Hmm.
like a vodka seltzer, but I try not to like do it as often because for what?
This new job that I have, it's very interesting because they're really big on like going to dinner and, schmoozing and getting to know each other and da da da. And I had to travel my first week and I was in another country and I was actually in Ireland. So, of course, everybody's drinking Guinness and beers, and there was a lot of peer pressure to drink. And I felt like I had to make it very clear that I am not a drinker. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I am such a wild, fun drunk. Like, I just, I was like, I'm battling this right now.
Do you really want to show your new job that you're a wild, fun drunk?
Right. So now I am this like non-fun, just like, oh, who's the new girl? She's super, straight edge, but whatever. It's fine. I'd rather they think that I'm straight edge than an absolute maniac. So
So do you not drink when you go out with them now?
I had a Guinness in Ireland, which, I just wanted to taste it. And it was absolutely delicious. And I will order a mocktail. They don't even know half the time
Oh, that's
when I'm
smart.
drinking a mocktail. Like it looks like just looks like a cocktail.
Right. I feel like plus if you do like a seltzer with like a lemon, like
Hmm.
people will just think like it's a vodka seltzer. Like they have no idea.
It's like my favorite trick. I do that even when I go out with friends. Like I'll order a mocktail and people don't even know.
Right, right. That's smart. I
Yeah.
think the mocktail business has like really
I
boomed
think it's
because I
so
feel like so many
cool.
people.
Well, there's these drinks that they have that have adaptogens in them and, are
Hmm.
mood enhancing, and just like natural herbs are in them. That definitely take the edge off in some ways, but are also, fun to make. And you can put your own like spin on them, put like a lemon, some blueberries, whatever, right?
Hmm.
Like, my sister and I are actually on a similar journey of not drinking. She doesn't drink at all. I will, like I said, have a glass of wine once in a blue, maybe like once a month or even
Hmm.
less. Um, but we love to like mix like flavored seltzers, and she's a bartender, so like she still has that in her, even if
Yeah,
it's alcohol.
she has a creativeness.
Hmm. I think we
I
drank
find
so much when we were younger, and that's part of the reason why we're just
right.
not into it anymore. I'm like so over it. I actually feel for people because when I go out now and I'm completely sober and everyone's drinking, I can tell who struggles
Hmm.
with social anxiety because they're likely the ones drinking the most. And um, And I just understand that so much because I used to do that.
Right. Right. I just I well, I don't know if I've done that, but I've definitely drank in the days, but now I just try and like water it down as much as I can.
That's good.
Like I'll have wine, but I'll have it with ice because that'll just water it down a little bit and it'll just prolong it for me. Plus I like really cold wine. I don't know why. I don't like cold anything. Like I can't drink cold water, but I just love my wine like ice cold.
It's got a tang to it, so it's nice when it's cold.
Yeah.
I just remember, when I look at you sometimes, I think about how much trouble I put you in to have to deal with me and some of our
Uh,
other friends because of the binge drinking. I mean, we would drink before we would go out as if it was a full night of drinking before we even stepped out the door. So,
right. And then I knew that I couldn't drink at all because I had to contain you guys.
yeah. And I'm so sorry for that. I probably never actually apologized officially to you. Um, and I do think back on those days and sometimes fondly because they were hilarious.
Of course they were. They were
But
some of the best nights that we've had.
yeah, like we've
But
had a
there
good,
was times that I'd be like yelling at you.
right. Yeah, because
And
there was no
then
stopping once it started. And I think that's part of the poor relationship that I personally have with alcohol is that
right,
it took me years to figure out how to have a glass of wine, and that's it.
right.
And it's still
Some
very,
people, some people it, you know, can figure it out faster than others. Not saying that you didn't, but some people it's easier to like tell them, you should slow down or you shouldn't be doing this. And then, unfortunately there's some people that just don't stop and they really need help. And I really feel for them. I'm sure it's really hard and it sucks, but there are people that need help and they feel like they have to drink when they go out with their friends or to a bar or on a date or something, but get a mocktail. No one even knows.
yeah, that's the trick. That's what it is. I have to try and teach my daughter this, and I instill in her all the time. I'm like, please don't drink too much. Because teenagers are gonna drink and
We're
it's
gonna
a
experiment.
yeah, gonna experiment and it's already happened. It's pretty scary for me because at least growing up, we were street smart, you know.
Right.
We were totally aware of our surroundings. We knew exactly what we need to do if something bad was like happening. And I just don't think that teenagers today are like that. I think they've been
No,
super educated. There's no real awareness. Um, so when you mix alcohol with that, it's actually terrifying.
yeah, I agree. Mixing alcohol in teenagers is not the best idea. Plus, I feel like now they're gonna start, they're almost at the age, getting close to the age of driving.
Ugh, terrifies me.
Absolutely.
I've become
100.
that like crazy mom who is like consistently nagging, like, please don't, when you drive, please don't look at your phone, put it in the back seat. I'm like always so crazy. I'm like, when you're on the train, don't be alone.
Right.
Meanwhile, I've taken the train at 3 o'clock in the morning by myself, hammered, and like done things that were so unsafe and have been so lucky in life. I think that's
Right.
wild. And
And
like,
also think about it. All these years ago, 20 years ago, it's a little bit different than it is now.
it wasn't. Like, we obviously
It,
didn't
it right. It was, but it wasn't.
like people weren't pulling out their phones and recording everything. So like bad shit could have happened and all we had was like our word that it happened versus
Right.
like where everything is recorded. But it's actually so absurd how something bad starts happening and people pull out their phone and start recording it versus like helping or getting help or figuring out like how to stop or diffuse a situation.
Hmm. I do feel like years ago, people were more. inclined to help
Oh yeah.
than
I
they
would
are now.
absolutely.
Like
I will
I was personally in two situations on the train both times years ago where I was definitely going to be robbed and somebody stepped in both times.
thank goodness.
But would somebody do that now? Probably not because they don't know what the other person's going to do. Like
Hmm.
it's scarier now.
Really is. I definitely see the most insane things on the subway. It's
Yeah.
absurd.
I want nothing to do with it.
I know, I hate it. I really do. I really despise the subway these days.
Yeah, I think that's the worst part of, besides going to work and having to share a bathroom with a ton of people, commuting is the worst. But sharing a bathroom is top number one.
Really? That's like so annoying to you? I mean, I
It's
just go
disgusting.
and pee and then that's it. Really?
The bathrooms are disgusting.
Oh,
At
are
least
they?
in my building. It's
My
not.
building is so nice. That's the one thing. Like, I love my building. My bathrooms are clean. We have a dog run on the roof. We have a gym downstairs. We have an amphitheater downstairs. Like, I have the dope building.
You could bring a dog to work,
Mhm. If you want.
and then like your dog sits at your desk when you're all there.
I mean, nobody does it in my office, but there are dogs in the building, and it's so cute. There's a Johnny pump up on the roof where the dog run is. It's like hysterical.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like a rooftop where you can have like gatherings, and then there's a dog run.
Oh. No, I just have dirty bathrooms at my job.
It sucks. I've actually been in your office, and
Yeah,
it's true.
it's terrible. I'm like, this is the worst part about coming to work is having to share a four-stall bathroom with 25 women.
Hmm. Yeah, I get that.
No, thank you.
See, my company is remote first, so there's not too many people on a regular basis that go into the office. I'm a
Mhm.
regular because I live in New York, but um, it's like quiet and not too many women or men in and out of the bathrooms. So it's like well kept.
No, ours is not. It's terrible. I complain about it all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my location is not ideal. It's like right in like the worst part of where all the crazies are. I'm not gonna say where, but like
Right.
this is everywhere.
But everyone knows. We know. Everyone knows.
Mhm.
We all know what the crazy people are.
Yes. Well, it's starting to get warm, right? And that's like the challenge because listen, as much as I have decided that alcohol is not healthy or good for me, I still love a real good day drink of a day where you get a little shmammered and you have so much fun.
So schnammered.
Love a day like that. I just feel like shit the next day and I don't sleep well. So I choose sleep over a fun day drink.
Right. I can't day drink because then it just ruins. I can't. I just get drunk too fast.
I just
Not
love
too
having,
fast. Maybe too easily. I get drunk too easily, and then that's it. Like that's it. I got to be in tucked in bed by 6:30.
how amazing is that?
There's no night for me then.
It's
It's over.
fun. I don't like going out at night anymore. I really don't. I would prefer to be in bed by like 9:30, even on the weekends.
Yeah, same.
We're gonna have a big weekend next weekend. We're gonna stay out a little late.
I know. Are you ready to party?
I'm so ready to party. I'm so excited.
Is everything ready?
I think so. We're talking about my daughter's sweet 16, which I never had a sweet 16. Um, so I may be a little vulnerable right now and say I'm probably living vicariously through her, and that's why I'm throwing this party. But I did have a fun 16th birthday. I ended up going to see Mr. Vegas at I think it was Club Metropolis.
Mr. Vegas.
Mr. Vegas. It was the most fun. Um, so I felt like that was like such a cool Sweet 16 for
Mhm.
myself. But this is a legit party and I plan the entire thing by myself. So
I
I'm
was just
actually
gonna
excited.
say, I'm very proud that you did this whole party.
Yeah. Well, you're
Without
probably going to tell me what I did wrong, and I don't even give a shit
me.
because I'm like, at this point, it was such a labor of love, but I feel like she deserves it. She
Absolutely.
amazing grades, like amazing 90s, hundreds, and has been, really dedicated to her schoolwork and her sports, and she deserves it. And I don't give a shit what anyone says. There have been comments made about how much money I spend on this party, and
But little do they know it's your party also.
I don't give a shit. All of my friends will be there, and we're gonna have so much fun. And the DJ even said because we had a meeting with the DJ, he was like, "This is gonna be such a fun party. You guys have such good taste in music," and I'm like, "We know."
I can't wait.
Yeah, it should be a
Did your,
blast. I'm not too excited.
did your dress come?
Yep, and it doesn't fit. No, it's horrible. And I'm leaving for Atlanta in a day and a half. And so I don't even have time to go find a new dress.
Oh, maybe you'll find one in Atlanta.
I have no time. I'm going to Atlanta I'll get there at 8 o'clock in the morning. I will work the entire day, then go to dinner with my work colleagues. Then the next day, it's up early, a full day, and then I fly back home at 5 p.m.
Oh.
Yeah, like I don't have time. So the dress fits everywhere, but not here on like chest wise. It's very tight.
Hmm.
And I
All right.
cannot.
So what are we gonna do?
Just gonna figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I was having like a little bit of a moment earlier when you were
Hmm.
texting, like everything was falling apart, and I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. But you know what? It's not about me, and I don't give a shit. And if I have to go find a dress that's in my closet and just wear that, I will. So,
You'll be fine. You're gonna make it. I have a dress. I don't know if I'm gonna wear it, but my son's confirmation is tomorrow, and
mm,
it's supposed to rain.
I know it's like the only day it's supposed
White
to,
dress, but we'll figure it out.
right? Yeah, you'll be fine. Actually, doesn't look that bad, the weather. Oh wait, I'm lying. Changed.
Thanks.
It's
Well,
just
earlier it said it was just going to be cloudy, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know. Now it's rain Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. What the hell is that? That changed out of nowhere.
Great. I do have a funny story that happened today, by the way. Dating the same guy, Facebook group. Like all these people were making these insane posts that have nothing to do with dating. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make a comment or like a post about our last episode, which we talked about dating, and I was like, maybe we could get someone to give like a cool dating story. So like I made the post, and like the stupid moderators like blocked my post. They banned me for 24 hours. And then they wrote me like this nasty message like, you can't post things like this. And this is your last warning. Like,
Self-promotion, right? That's what they said. Because you were supposed, don't you remember
yeah,
when you were like, yeah, yo, you need to follow this? And I had to like fill out a questionnaire and be like,
I
that
wasn't
I will
even
not
promoting it. I was
self-promote.
literally just asking for stories. It's definitely a story on there. There's
Now,
tons of them.
now you're blacklisted. They're literally gonna be like, this bitch is just here for journalism.
But I was, I was like, this is. I wanted to write to her. I wish I knew who it was. There's 72 moderators in the group. It's my last warning. This is the only fucking warning. I've never gotten a warning before. I don't even write anything in here. I just read these insane stories. Maybe I'm just gonna start reading on here all the anonymous ones.
Hey, there have been some really insane stories in there lately.
And then, oh, did you see? Did you see on TikTok? Um, oh God, I can't remember their name. It was a guy and a girl. They were married, and it was the guy's 40th birthday party with like all of their friends and family. Did you see it?
No, I didn't. You have to send
Oh
it to
my
me.
God. Okay, so the guy, it's his 40th birthday. He like gets up like on the microphone to like thank everyone for coming and goes through this whole thing. And then he calls his wife up there, and I think her name was Nicole or something, maybe. I don't remember. Anyway, so he calls his wife up there, and he's like, I have the best wife ever. Like, oh, this day is not about me. It's also about you. Like, saying whatever all this stuff about her, then like asks her for her ring to make it look like he bought her a ring. So she gives him her ring back, and then he like leans in like from the Goodfellas and like gives her a little smooch, right? And then like he pushes her back and he's like, "Fuck you. I know
What?
everything." In front of her entire family, his family, all their friends, and
Good.
all her friends knew she was
Good.
cheating on him. And he called her out in front of everybody.
Good for him.
Oh my
I'm
God, it
totally
was
supporting
amazing.
that.
She was like, "What? What are you talking about? What's happening?" And then, like, you hear one of her friends in the background go, "He knows everything. He knows. He knows everything." And then the video cut off. I'm like,
Wow.
"You need the camera footage from like the venue. I need to know what else happened."
That's wild.
Could you imagine?
Hmm. You know what? When that happens, I love it. I
Of
eat it up.
course.
I just think
Yes,
karma is amazing. So,
100%. And then people were like posting their wedding video that they posted on TikTok, I guess, or whatever. But how how awful are you? Like, just end the relationship.
I know people are such
You
fucking cowards.
get called out like that in front of everyone. It was wild. I was like, what? It was crazy. How come I have never been invited to a party like that?
You know what?
You
You had a
party
pretty interesting wedding. Not for nothing. Can we talk
like
about
I did.
that? Like
There's
you
not
literally
enough time.
had a fight at your wedding, and it was
I did. There's not enough time in the world. Now I'm sweating.
you got a fucking robe on.
There's not enough time in the day to talk about that disaster.
It's true, but it's a
But
good
yes,
story.
that you know what? Thank God TikTok was not around then.
Oh my God, I
Could you
know.
imagine? I would have went viral. I could have been TikTok famous
I just know that like
14 years ago.
sitting on chairs, including myself, to see what was going on.
I mean, I was on the chair trying to see what was going on.
Anyway, so we always do this, and we go off
We
on.
just go from one thing to another. We pivot in 300 different directions, but it's fine. It's fine. This is what this is all about.
Well, I appreciated your bullets today, and
Yeah,
this.
I think I'm gonna start bringing bullets to the table more often.
Oh, okay. I'm match your bullets.
You know, I'm gonna bring bullets to the table more often.
Okay.
Gonna have like a shoot the shit list.
I love it. Let's call it that.
Shoot the shit list.
All we do. Anyway. All right. So, um, we are on Zoom today. We normally do this together in person, but it has been the most insane week of work and life. And Zoom is going to kick us out soon. So-
Yeah. So if we sound a little weird, that's why I'm actually reporting live from the man cave in my robe on my giant beanbag. But
Oh,
our
amazing.
next episode will obviously be in person, but this was just a real crazy week. Mother's Day, life, work, parties. It's just
Traveling. Yeah,
been
a
a
lot.
week.
Hmm.
So you to follow us on Instagram, Retirement Plan Secured Pod. Send us some DMs, maybe leave us 5 stars, give us some feedback, write us a review. Like, we're loving this. I'm having a great time doing this.
Oh, I just love connecting with you.
And
I'm
I feel like the 2026 Golden Globe is for us.
okay. I'm here for it. I'm your Delulu baby.
I'm in it.
I
I
will
think
keep.
we have to we have to leave it like that. The 2026 Golden Globe is us.
Okay.
Bye.